Because of that, the teaser trailer was one of the most disliked things in history, where 96% of people put thumbs down. On top of that, there is a boycott for the Snow White movie because Gal Gadot's in it, who is a former member of the Israeli army.
But I used to get bullied for being pale.
Please pray for my acting girly Rachel Zegler. Nothing serious has happened to her. She's just on a press tour with Gal Gadot. She's just on press tour with Gal. Free her!
The Snow White live-action production has stirred up a lot more controversy than excitement so far, and it looks like Disney still has a long way from winning the favor of fans, since Rachel Zegler has been stirring up a massive storm online after the release of the official trailer, especially because of her calling out her own co-star, Gal Gadot. What was once a most anticipated addition to Disney's lineup has become a sour note in the studio's history, as Snow White seems to take the cake for Disney's most controversial movie. The trailer for the upcoming movie, set to release next spring, has sparked debates over race, gender, and politics, subjects that don't seem to have anything to do with the original movie. We've seen many controversies arise because of this production, which all have led to different types of backlash from different types of fans. One of the most significant changes in the remake is the replacement of the 7 dwarves with CGI characters, something which was attempted in order to avoid stereotypes, but which has appeared to upset most, if not all, fans of the original story. Fans of the original movie feel that these changes strip away the charm and uniqueness of the story. Adding fuel to the fire, Rachel Zegler, who portrays Snow White, has made controversial remarks about the original film, calling it creepy and stalkerish, as she especially criticized the relationship between Snow White and Prince Charming. This comment did not sit well with die-hard fans who cherish the original movie as a timeless classic, which was at its core a love story. I feel like that's the point of Snow White, that she dreams of finding her true love, then she gets saved by him and they live happily ever after. Rachel's casting itself has always been a point of controversy, as a lot of people are arguing that she is not exactly the person who many envision playing Snow White because of her Latina complexion. The decision to cast Rachel was met with backlash from certain sides of social media, particularly from right-wing fans who used the casting as a way to argue against diverse casting. Snow White in the diversity hires. Snow White is a German fairy tale written by the Brothers Grimm, where the protagonist's hair was black as a raven, her lips were red as blood, and her skin was white as snow. Not anymore. Rachel, however, has always stood firm in Disney's decision, even posting a now deleted tweet saying, "Yes, I am Snow White. No, I am not bleaching my skin for the role." While Zegler was initially praised for standing up against the criticism, she seemed to turn around and dig herself into an even bigger hole as she shared some of her opinions regarding the original movie.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Removing the romantic plot of the movie wasn't something that fans were too thrilled to hear, and things only seemed to get worse, as she even joked about cutting away her co-star's role entirely.
Cast a guy in the movie, Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut, who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Instead of exciting audiences, these changes have left many feeling that the film has lost the essence that made Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs a timeless story. Many were particularly upset with the movie's attempt to reframe Snow White as a strong, independent leader, rather than sticking to the traditional narrative. One fan summed up the sentiment by saying, "Not every woman is a leader. Not every woman wants to be a leader. Not every woman wants or craves power, and that's okay." In fact, many viewers felt that the movie was pushing a narrative that didn't align with everyone's values, something which shouldn't happen in a movie meant for everyone to enjoy. Another fan chimed in with a similar critique, stating, "Just because a woman values something different does not make her any less valuable." The backlash was strong, with many arguing that the original story of Snow White was not in need of such drastic changes when it's worked so well for almost a century. A particularly pointed comment came from a user who didn't hesitate to call out Rachel for participating in a movie which wasn't up her alley. If you hate the original this much, why would you want to make the remake? Unfortunately, the controversy doesn't stop there. Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, has also found herself mixed up in drama. Rachel and Gal have clashed publicly over their opposing views on the Israel-Hamas conflict, with their disagreements spilling over onto social media for fans to see. This feud has only deepened the divide among fans, leading to calls for a boycott of the movie by supporters of Palestine. The off-screen drama between the two actresses has seemingly cast a shadow over the film, making it difficult for fans to look past the real-life drama that is surrounding the movie. Branding expert Carla Spite has talked about the situation and the consequences that this has had for the marketing of the movie, since this is all coming at a key point in time where Disney is supposed to be gathering supporters. I don't know if this film is a victim of wokery or entitlement, with the stars trying to outdo each other by being the first to say something progressive. They are arguing and infighting over a cartoon that is meant to encapsulate the magic of Disney. The producers will be mortified by this. She has also pointed out the challenge facing Disney's PR team, who now have to deal with the aftermath of their own actors fighting publicly, instead of focusing on building excitement for the movie. What is making things even more difficult is the amount of delays that the movie has dealt with, which hasn't assured fans in the slightest. Even despite the official trailer's release, fans are still skeptical about what will happen with the movie, since it appears like the entire thing has turned into a PR nightmare, with many fans feeling more exhausted than excited. While Disney has been trying their best to pin the many failures and delays of the movie onto the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strikes, many believe the real reason may be because of the negative reactions to Rachel's statements and the direction of the movie that might have forced them to reshoot certain scenes. And things only intensified when actor Peter Dinklage criticized the studio's approach to the dwarves. Peter, who is known for advocating for people with dwarfism, expressed his frustration, saying,
sort of taken back by the they're very proud to cast a Latino actress as Snow White.
Yeah.
But you're still telling the story of Snow White.
Snow White, yeah.
Seven Dwarfs.
Sure.
So, take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me.
Well,
You're progressive in one way, but you're still making that fucking backward story of seven dwarves living in a cave. What the fuck are you doing, man?
However, not everyone in the dwarfism community agreed. Dylan Postel, a wrestler known as Hornswoggle in WWE and an actor, argued that Peter's influence has led to the loss of valuable roles for actors with dwarfism. In response to the backlash, Disney altered the film, replacing the traditional dwarves with CGI magical creatures, which in turn led to more delays. This change, in turn, didn't sit very well with fans who felt like Disney was removing too much of the core Snow White story, which led to even more backlash than before. More delays have since followed as the magical creatures were scrapped and instead replaced with the CGI dwarves that we now see in the released trailer, which fans still are unhappy with due to their uncanny appearance. Since the trailers dropped, fans have actually had a lot to complain about, as the CGI wasn't the only off-putting thing about it. Rachel's reaction to the trailer was something that rose a lot of drama online, as she made a very pointed tweet criticizing her co-star Gal Gadot. The tweet in question seemed to come at her for her views on Israel, right after thanking everyone for watching the trailer, as she added, "And always remember, free Palestine." This divide has fueled intense debate among fans, raising questions about how they can work together on such a high-profile project if they can't even get through promotions on a good note. Gal Gadot, who was born in Israel, has been a vocal supporter of her country, which has drawn significant attention during the ongoing conflict. In November of last year, just a month after the On Israel, Gal organized a special screening of Bearing Witness, a 47-minute documentary that showed Israel's side of things on what happened in November. The screening was heavily criticized by Palestine supporters as it was called out for propaganda, something which Gal has made no comment against. So, when Rachel made her extremely pointed comment, it wasn't hard to read between the lines and understand that she wasn't happy working with Gal on the project. The tension between the two stars became even more apparent when Gal's Twitter account retweeted a post that seemed to criticize Rachel's public stance. Trying to campaign on the head of your co-star who actually lives through war just so you'll look cooler with the kids is really pathetic. Although the post was quickly removed, it added fuel to the ongoing drama surrounding the movie. Carla Spite again weighed in on the promotional issues surrounding this situation, noting that the public disagreement between the film's leads could spell some major trouble, not just for Disney, but also for their careers. She said, "Anyone with a corporate profile should try to remain neutral when big movies are due to be released. They are allowed their own views, of course, but whether you should express them in public is another matter. I think this will damage the careers of both women because whatever side they are on, there will be those who disagree." In addition to the personal controversy, there has been a lot of talk among fans about boycotting the film entirely because of Gal's involvement. Despite Rachel's support for the Palestinian cause, Disney itself is on the boycott list for some groups, which makes Gal's involvement even more of a reason to boycott the movie. Boycotting Snow White, but not in an anti-Rachel way, just in an anti-Gal Gadot way. Sucks because I actually want to hear Rachel singing. So, the live-action Snow White dog continues the ableist portrayal of little people. Stars Zionist Gal Gadot, and flat out looks horrible. Boycott, boycott, boycott. The conflict has not only cast a shadow over the film, but has also led to fans questioning whether the movie will ever succeed at the box office. And it's put into question if this could all lead back to Rachel, who has seemingly gone silent among the growing tension. Do you guys think casting a different actress would have saved Disney all the trouble? Let me know down below, and don't forget to check out this other video for more.